This evening, we're getting our first look at body camera video of a controversial police shooting in Vallejo. And there are a lot of questions about what it doesn't show. KPIX 5's Joe Vazquez is live in Vallejo to explain. Joe?
Well, we don't quite see what led up to the incident. We know that police were called to a looting situation, but the camera just doesn't show us the moments right before shots rang out. Look closely and you can see the gunshots fired through the front windshield. This is body cam video from the perspectives of 3 Vallejo police officers. The shots were fired by a detective who was sitting in the back seat.
What are you pointing at us? Hey, he pointed a gun at us.
Don't move! Do not move!
Do not move!
The video does not show the moment of confrontation. Sean Monterosa's family insists the 22-year-old was in the process of surrendering, but the police chief says the officers tell a different story.
He was in a crouching, half-kneeling position. His hands were towards his waistband when he turned towards the officers. The officers perceived a butt of a gun, and they shot.
I asked the chief whether the shooting was justified.
We see the gunshots go through the windshield in the video. Is that appropriate to shoot from a moving car through the front windshield?
Again, when an officer discharges his weapon, there are laws that govern that. And so we have an investigation, a criminal investigation and an administrative investigation that happens. For me to draw any conclusions at this point in the investigation would be inappropriate.
You see gun on him?
I think clarity is what we want here. We want to know precisely what happened, and we want to know whether or not it is a police officer's imagination that's a function to justify the shooting, or that there's some real evidence to support that.
Burris says Monterosa's family does indeed plan to sue the city of Vallejo. Liz?
Joe, I'm curious, what happens to the actual police officer who fired the fatal shots?
Well, we asked the police chief that, and he said he couldn't answer. You know, a restraining order was applied for and, in fact, granted by a judge that would keep the name of the officer who fired the shots out of the public eye. The city went along with it. They said it was because the officer's family received death threats. But then the chief said he went a step further and said he can't even tell us whether that officer's been suspended, punished at all, or is back on the street at this point because of that same restraining order.
Wow. All right, Joe. Thank you.